So welcome guys to part 5 of this grand adventure. So we're crossing now the Mzumvubu River, making our way from Port St. John's up to the north to the Underberg. The weather was perfect, some nice sun, some nice clouds, but then it started getting a little bit cloudy. The rain was lingering, so Murray wanted to put his rain gear on. Now this is the town of Lusikisiki, and that name comes from the sound, the rustling sound of the reeds in the wind. That's a beautiful name, Lusikisiki. But you can see really busy. Luckily we could just shoot through all of that chaos. But basically being in the mountains here, you would often be riding into the clouds. So you'll see the clouds and then you'll just ride straight into it and through it, and then you have open skies again. So that was quite an experience. Beautiful. Wow, it was so special. Lovely. So we were making our way up to Khotso campsite, and that's a very special campsite on the foothills of the Lesotho Mountains. I've heard about this, but this was the first time visiting. So here we are arriving now at Khotso. Amazing campsite. I can definitely recommend. It's striking distance to the Sani Pass. So I hiked up to the top just to have the nice view over the area. You can see nice and green. We made a beautiful fire that evening. The bush TV, always a mesmerizing scene. Look at that, beautiful. You can stare at that for hours. Now the idea was to actually have an early morning and then go for a nice outride before we approached the Sani Pass. So we left the tents, we had nothing on the back of the motorcycles, and we just went for a nice 200-kilometer outride. Weather was really good, a little bit overcast. And then we saw some Bontebok, which is an endemic antelope from the Western Cape. It was quite special to see them there because they're from our side in Cape Town. Really cool. And now this was just a little outride still. Really special, and because of the rainy season it was green. Look at that, it was just so green and the rivers were flowing. I'm so happy we did this ride at this time of the year. But when we got back, we loaded the girls up and then my battery cell was dead, so I couldn't start. Oh man, so one of the local guys who was camping there, he offered to give us a lift or to tow me to an area, and I managed to get a battery luckily. So we had to stay another night at Khotso, and then this was now the next morning we were approaching the Sani Pass. So this section here is tarred. It used to be gravel, but so beautiful. I was amazed. Waterfalls and rivers and just so green. Oh, I was so happy. Look at that. This is now the beginning of the Sani Pass. Now we're making our way up to the border post. There you can see at the border control of South Africa. They'll only allow you to approach this if you have a 4x4 vehicle or a capable motorcycle. So it's the rough conditions here. You can see this is no place for a normal car. But this pass was then built in 1950, and it was first attempted in 1948 by a Willys Jeep. So the local people helped. There was mules and ropes and other equipment. So we reached the top section here. Oh, it was just so pretty. I was happy. Now the gradients of this pass is 1 in 3, and you are rising 1,332 meters in just 9 kilometers. So it's incredible the climb you do. The pass actually had the mist come over. So I would have preferred to have had a beautiful view, but it was quite ominous with this whole mist as we were coming up. And this area on the top has 11 switchbacks. So just below the summit, it's crazy. And then most of those hairpin bends are 180 degrees. So look at that. It's so cool. You just got to give gas. Not too much though. Just got to keep momentum. Stand and keep momentum. If you lose any momentum here, it could be quite tricky. Yes, it was beautiful. It was so fun. Yeah, so in there was a severe drought in the 1930s, and this actually led to the creation of the bridle path, which is a road suitable for riding horses, and that was then able to provide work and food to the Basotho people. So that was the first time that this pass was really used, horseback, and now you can do it with the 4x4s or the motorcycles. It's so special. It was really one of my bucket lists that I really wanted to do. So the South African border control is at 1,540 meters, and in the Lesotho border control is at 2,876 meters. So you're climbing quite a lot. Oh, look at this. So epic. And you just got to keep on going. Keep on going. That's the key to the Sani Pass. And we reached the top. I was so stoked. Look at that. Welcome to Lesotho. Definitely one of my bucket lists. And here's the highest point, 3,240 meters. Met some of the locals there. Yeah, always stoked. Got a nice photo of them. Got a nice selfie of us. I did give them a little something as well. I normally always give food if I can, but didn't have extra food, so I just gave some money to them. Yeah, beautiful. Look at those clouds up in the mountains. Yeah, guys. Yes, yeah. So this was then the Sani Pass. Oh, I'm so happy I did this. So in the next episode, we're going to be doing then the rest of Lesotho. And we're going to be heading out into roads. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one.